Hi everyone, this is Joyce Twing. I hope you're all doing well. The purpose of this video is to take a look at a few tips that may be helpful for you and for your students, as we all will be teaching remotely as of next week. So the first thing that I would say to you is, if you're making videos for your courses, if you're making Zoom videos, voice over PowerPoint, whatever you might be doing, don't edit your videos unless it's absolutely necessary. I put a lot of videos in my online class. I use Camtasia, as I'm doing now, and upload them. And I always tell the students that the videos are designed to represent the way I would talk to them in class, unscripted, unfiltered, and unedited. So I don't edit my videos at all. So that is something that can save you some time, and you're not trying for an Oscar-winning production. Another thing that I want to show you, and this will be helpful for you and your students, is the course menu over here. There's a menu for every course, as you might imagine, and you can control what the students see. So you'll see at the top here, I have menu items that don't have anything beside them, and down here I have menu items with the little eyeball with a line across it, which means that I can see these and use them, but the students can't. Now, the reason why I think you want to think carefully about what you want the students to see is that everything that, or almost everything that is not blocked out for the students, they will be able to look at. So let's say, for example, files. This is my live class here. So if I get into files and I go into my assignment files, I have a lot of them here. There's nothing here that I care if the students see, because it's all linked into their class. But if they were to just get in here, if I didn't have this blocked from them, they might look at this and have no idea what it was or what they were supposed to do with it. If you have quizzes built already, you probably don't want the students to see those ahead of time. So the way you would control what the students can see here in their menu option, and some of you probably know this already, but just come down here to Settings and Navigation, and anything that's up here, see where it says drag items here to hide them. So anything that's up here is visible on the menu to students. Anything that's down here you can use, but the students can't see. So let's say, for example, if you wanted to add Zoom to your class and wanted the students to see it, you would just grab it and just drag it up here. I didn't do another drag here. So we'll drag it up here to the top, and then, and this is very important, you have to come down here and say save. I'm not going to do it because I don't want Zoom at the top. But if you don't say save, then when you go back to your menu, it'll look the same as it did before you started. So make sure you click save. And I'll just show you here in a student view. Let's look at the student view over here for a minute. And you can see that these are the only things that the students can see. And it's the only things that they need to see, because here in the modules, I have linked to all of the files and assignments and discussion forums that I want them to see. Now, you might have a reason to want students to see something other than this, but I think for the most part, these are the things that most of us want our students to see. So we'll now move out of our student view here. And now I want to show you some course analytics. Many of you have asked in the training sessions, should I give an assignment, just a quick early assignment, so I'll know if the students are accessing the class and actually seeing what they're doing? Well, you could do that, but you don't need to. If you click on People, you will see over here the last activity, which means the last time the students have accessed the class. Now again, this is my online class, so we've been online from the beginning, and The students had an assignment last night, and they have one, and they have a new assignment to look at today. So you'll see that most of them have been looking at the class pretty regularly. And this over here kind of shows you their total time that they have spent in the class, and this is interesting information as well. So that's the way you can know if the students have accessed your class and when they last accessed it. Now if we go to home, we come over here, we'll see new analytics. It says new analytics because Canvas changed the analytics, probably 6 months or so ago. They used to be called just analytics, but now in a very creative move by Canvas, they're called new analytics. So if we click on this, we're going to see some information. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say I want to see a data table. And here I'll see all of my students, and this will tell me how many times they have accessed the class or accessed things in the class since the start of the semester. So how many pages they have viewed, how many participations they have had, and you can see there's a fair bit of difference in some than the others. So if we come down here, well, first if we go up here and say, well, let's just click on Drake, because he's already said I could click on him. So if we say weekly online activities for Drake, and this week is just starting, so there's nothing here. So last week, we can see everything that Drake looked at, and we can see how many times he looked at them, and you can see participations. Now, participations means they either wrote something in a discussion forum or they uploaded something, and this is about how many times students should have participated. So the things that I'm interested in, I want to know if they looked at the video, and he looked at this one 3 times. I want to know if they looked at the samples that I gave them, so I can see that he looked at the sample, he looked at this. So I can see that he's looked at a lot of things in the class. Now, if I clicked on other students, I mean, nobody hasn't looked at anything, but if you can tell exactly what students have done. So that is a very nice thing in Canvas, and it lets you kind of track the students. Now, some of them know that you can do that, and others of them don't. So if I notice a student is not following directions for something very well, and I look and see that the student hasn't watched the videos that I've made, I may message the student and let them know that I know they haven't looked at the videos, and some of them are kind of like, how did you know that? So, and others know that you kind of know what they're doing. They're leaving a digital footprint here in the class, and you can follow that footprint. So that's just interesting. All right, now I want to show you just kind of how I set my class up again. I have collapsed the classes that we're finished with here for the most part. But let's look at this class this week. And again, I try to make it as simple as you can for the students. So at the start of each module, I create a page. This is a writing class. So I have a cartoon here. We come down here and I just tell them, here are the things that you need to do. Now, not all of these things are on their to-do list, because this is just kind of helping them walk through the week. All of my assignments are due on Saturdays and Sundays. So watch the video, and then begin to do things, and then submit. So if they follow these guidelines, they won't be doing things at the last minute. And as you might imagine, some people do that better than others. Some people actually use the last minute quite effectively. So I want to show you something that you might want to do with adding a page. And it's easy, and you don't need any technology skills. You don't need to use Zoom or Camtasia or anything like that. But you can make a quick video for your students at the start of every week if you want to, where you can talk to them for, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I'd suggest probably not more than 5, or it may get kind of hard for them to download. But you can kind of explain the week, what it is that you want them to do, that sort of thing. All you have to do is click on add a page, new page, and try to make, you'll hear me say this again in a minute, but try to make the titles as clear as you can. So let's say, so listen to this video first. So we're going to add this item, and then as is always the case, once we've added it, all we've really done is add a placeholder. So we're going to click it, and we're going to come up here and edit, and this is how we add content. Now, what I did was add a cartoon and type the schedule, because I've already made videos that are explaining all of this. But this symbol right here is a media clip. Now, I'm going to show it to you in a minute, but when you click on this, if you've allowed access to your webcam and your microphone, you'll see a picture of yourself. Now, you can just do audio if you want to do that, but if you're going to do video, be aware of everything in your background. Be sure there's nothing in the background that you don't want to be visible here on Canvas. But again, you can do this, edit this as many times as you want. So I'm not going to put one in here, but I'm just going to show you that when you click on this, when I click on this, you're going to see me sitting here in my recliner chair, where I spend quite a lot of time with two computers in front of me here. And you'll see a bit of my kitchen in the background. And then I'm not going to record, but if I wanted to, I would click Start Recording. I would record as much as I wanted, then I can listen to it if I want to. Well, I'll say Finish Recording, then I can listen to it, and then I can save it if I want to. So I'll just show you the process. I'm not going to record anything. All right, now you'll see that the video is magically here. And if we go back to our modules, oh, I didn't save it yet. Good thing. I have to come down here and save this. And the students will see, listen to video first, click on the video. They can, it's not quite embedded yet. Canvas is a little bit slow, as you might imagine, with lots of people are working on it. But in a minute or so, this is obviously really short. You'll be able to watch it. Let's see if it's ready to go. No, it's still not. Still not ready, but it wouldn't take very long. And then the students would actually be able to watch the video. And it's just a nice way, very low-tech way for you to, kind of have your face in front of the students the way you would do in an actual classroom. So another thing, as I said, use clear titles. Some students are accustomed to taking online courses, so they kind of know, do this, do this, do this. But students who haven't ever taken one, it's good to give them some clear instructions. Put dates on your assignments so that the dates will show up on their to-do list, and as much as possible, be as present as you possibly can in the class. Lots of research shows that the thing that comes first and foremost when students talk about online classes is the presence of the instructor. They can forgive some errors in the content if the instructor is present. And by present, I mean, if you have discussion forums, participate in the discussion forums. But first and foremost, if students email you, try to contact you, that you be as fast as you possibly can in responding to them. And I know that a lot of you have a lot of students and a lot of classes, so we're not talking about instantaneous response, but to be as present as you can possibly be. And again, hopefully some of these tips maybe will be helpful to you as you begin to think about jumping into online classes next week. So best wishes to all of us.